Hello and welcome to my channel. It is ZG here. If you like my content I bring to YouTube, please like and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, all links are on my YouTube main page. Feel free to follow me on Twitch if you like to watch a streamer stream a variety of games, also Magic the Gathering. Thanks for any support and engagement, it means a lot. I won't waste your time and let's get into the video. Hey guys, in this deck tech video I'm going to cover Kosei Penitent Warlord. Kosei is a 3 mana mono green commander, legendary creature that has a 0/5 0 power 5 toughness, and it reads: as long as Kosei Penitent Warlord is enchanted, equipped and has a counter on it, Kosei has, whenever Kosei Penitent Warlord deals combat damage to a player, an opponent, you draw that many cards and Kosei deals that much damage to each other opponent. So in this deck we want to give it a lot of counters with One Bash Mentor. Snakeskin Veil also function as a protection spell, but it does give it a counter. Burst of Strength gives it a +1/+1 counter and untaps it. Loyalty Guardian gives each creature +1/+1. Puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature if you control your commander. We've got an Ancient, and then Bottom right through it. This, when it enters a battlefield, you give a target creature and a +1/+1 counter, or you can proliferate. Next, we want to equip it. We want to give it Double Strike with Fire Shrieker. We want to give it Haste, First Strike, Trample with Chariot of Victory. Break Battle Horns. Let's equip creature has trample and can be blocked by more than one creature. So we want to keep Kosei like buff his power by a lot, and then let the trample damage deal combat damage to a player or an opponent. Sword of Hours gives it, whenever it attacks it gets a +1/+1, and then whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, roll a d12. If the result is greater than a damage dealt or the result is 12, double the number of +1/+1 counters on that creature. And has 2 for equip. And then Ring of Colonia, it gives the creature trample, but also at the beginning of your upkeep you may put a +1/+1 counter on the equipped creature if it's green. So this also gives it a counter and also acts as an equipment. Crowder's Helm, equipped creature can be blocked except by walls, so you can potentially attack with Kosei, deal damage without being blocked. Mask of Evasion just basically gives it hexproof and protection for 2 mana and then 3 to equip. Blackblade Reforged, it's very helpful in this deck. You equip legendary for 3 and it costs 2 mana, and you get a +1/+1 counter for each land you control. Then Zephyr Boots gives Kosei flying, and then if it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. Golem Skin Gauntlet gives it +1/+0 for each equipment attached to it, and this might be a very hefty sum. Cliffhaven Kite Sail also gives the so when Cliffhaven Kite Sail enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature. So for 1 mana you can give Kosei flying, and that's it for equipment. Next we're going to enchant it with Indomitable Might. It gives the enchanted creature +3/+3, and its controller might have it assign its combat damage as though it went blocked. I'm not sure how this works, but I think you deal combat damage to the opponent anyways. But correct me if I'm wrong, please. I'm not sure how exactly this works, but yeah. Threefold Umbra, it lets Kosei deal combat damage equal to its power, to its toughness rather than its power, and Kosei is a 0/5, so it can deal 5 damage in combat. Snake Umbra gives it +1/+1 and has, whenever creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. So with Kosei and Snake Umbra, you can draw a card if it deals combat damage to an opponent. deals damage to an opponent. So I think if you use his ability to deal damage to each other opponent, you can draw a card. And it has total armor, so if enchanted creature will be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and destroy this aura. So it does protect Kosei from 1 damage. Like, yeah, if enchanted creature would be destroyed, I think like if Kosei would die during combat, you instead destroy Snake Umbra and then it stays alive. Hydra's Growth, also very good. It acts as an enchantment and gives a counter. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of +1/+1 counters on enchanted creature. So for 3 mana, you can enchant Kosei, and you can give him a counter, and then double it each time. Blanch with Armor, a very good enchantment spell, gives the enchanted creature +1/+1 for each forest. Hydra's Growth again. Oh, I went back. Sorry. Canopy Cover. Enchanted creature can be blocked except by creature with flying and reach. And then enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponent control. So this basically gives Kosei essentially flying, and it can't be the target of spells. Sixth Sense. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. So with the cards in the deck, you can, you don't even need to enchant Kosei. You can enchant anything to draw a card in each combat. But if you play the deck right and you have 6 Sense on Kosei, you can always draw an extra card. Force Adaptation, it's enchant creature and gives it a counter. Very good for 1 mana. Dryad's Favor, enchanted creature has Forest Walk. So if your opponent has Forest Walk whatsoever, if he has a forest, you can attack that player without him being able to defend. And that's it for enchanting it. But now we're going to get to the alternate win con if you're not winning through combat damage with Kosei. Because it's green, we have Ivy Lane Denizen and Hurt Palette. Hurt Palette reads, whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Hurt Palette, you may create a 4/4 green beast to creature token. And Ivy Lane Denizen reads, whenever another green creature enters battlefield under control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. With Ivy Lane Denizen, you can target Hurt Palette because Hurt Palette creates 4/4 green beast creature tokens, which will trigger Ivy Lane Denizen each time Hurt Palette creates a token. So you can essentially create either an infinite army or an army according to the size that you want. And then you can give them haste through other cards and attack for lethal. Then we have ways to ramp. First off, we have Grafted Growth. It gives a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and the enchanted land has add 2 mana of any one color. Most time it is a 2 mana artifact that taps for green but comes in tapped. Arboreal Grazer, when it enters a battlefield, you may put target land from your hand onto the battlefield. So you can turn 1, basically, if you have this in your hand and 2 other lands, on turn 1 you can have 2 mana on the battlefield. Market Festival, enchanted land taps for mana you control, adds 2 mana any combination of colors to your mana pool. This basically doubles any land's mana. Dawn's Reflection also doubles any land's mana. Verdant Haven, when it enters a battlefield, you gain 2 life, and this adds 1 mana of any color to your mana pool if you tap a land. Overgrowth, whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 2 green. So this any land taps of 3. You have Gift of Paradise. When enchanted land has add 2 mana of any one color. You have Fertile Ground. It also adds an extra mana whenever you tap a land. Wild Growth adds an extra green if enchanted land is tapped. Then you have Karametra's Acolyte. It's a 4 mana human druid, 1/4 body that has, when you tap it, you add green equal to your devotion. And with all the enchantment ramp in the deck, your devotion will be quite high. Even with this and Kosei out on the battlefield, your devotion will be 3. Then you have Land of Elves, Elvish Mystic. and Arbor Elf. So you can tap any forest on the battlefield, and you're playing a mono green commander, so every land will be a forest. But with all the enchantment ramp, you will, let's say you enchant one land with all the enchantment ramp in the deck, you can untap that forest with Arbor Elf, doubling all the mana that you can generate from that specific land. Then have ways to protect the board with Blossoming Defense. It gives a target creature +2/+2 and gains hexproof until end of turn for 1 green. Then we have ways to remove, in this case, creatures or pesky creatures that you just want to be nullified. It also draws your card when it enters the battlefield. Then we have a lot of ways to destroy artifacts or enchantments in case like your creature is cast away or sealed away, or something is disrupting you from attacking. You have Tangle Trap that destroys, you choose one, it deals 5 damage to target creature with flying or destroy target artifact. Acidic Slime destroys target artifact, enchantment or land for 5 mana. Then we have Unravel the Aether. Instead of destroying, you shuffle it into his or her library. But this also deals with indestructible artifacts. Return to Nature for 2 mana. You can exile target card from a graveyard, destroy target artifact, or destroy target enchantment. But you can only choose one. Then you have Wilt. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, and then it has cycle for 2. Frozen Grip, 3 mana, split second, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Just for that very pesky artifact or enchantment that you need to remove. Naturalize, old classic, destroy target artifact or enchantment. You have ways to draw cards into your combos. Instead of digging, you just draw cards. So Elvish Visionary, when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. Shamanic Revelation, draw a card for each creature you control. You gain 4 life for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. So let's say you created a Herd Ballad army of 10. You can draw 10 cards and then gain 40 life because you control creature with power 4 or greater. Harmonize, for 4 mana you can draw 3 cards. Choose target. Okay, so Hunter's Insight is a 3 mana instant that reads choose target creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker this turn, you draw that many cards. It's basically Kosei's ability on an instant, and that is it for drawing cards. Then we have cards that just net a lot of value for the deck. For example, Key to City is a 2 mana enchantment. When you discard a card, up to 1 target creature can be blocked this turn. And then whenever it comes untapped, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card. So you will always have a card to discard if you keep on paying 2 to draw. Then Revive, return target green card from a graveyard to your hand. Regrowth, return target card from a graveyard to your hand. So this can target anything. Gaia's Blessing, perfect if the opponent is playing Mole, because when this is shuffled, when this is put into your graveyard from a library, you may shuffle your graveyard into your library. Timeless Witness, basically Eternal Witness. When it enters a battlefield, you may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Loaming Shaman, if it enters a battlefield, you may shuffle. If target player shuffles any number of target cards from their graveyard into their library. So this shuffles any number of cards. Target player shuffles any number of target cards from their library into their graveyard. This is a way for you to recur combo pieces if anything is destroyed, or just gain value of those cards again. Crashing Drawbridge, creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. It's a 2 mana 0/4 defender wall. Yeah, so this gives everything haste essentially. That's it for the value, and now we're gonna get to the land base. To keep this deck budget, we are running 36 basic forests. And yeah, that's it for the deck. I know my spoiler video got a lot of good traction when I uploaded it. I hope this deck tech also gets that much traction. It's an interesting commander, it's an interesting deck, and I hope you guys found this deck tech helpful. But yeah guys, that is it from me. I hope you like this type of content. If you do, please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.